Another hot day across the Tennessee Valley as we take a live look from the Mission Ridge camera. Let's get to meteorologist Clay Smith here in the studio. But Clay, the heat is not the only big story today. You are watching chances of severe storms and weather moving our way this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely, Latrice. We're kind of tracking out a line of storms along a cold front. That's going to give us the potential for some strong to severe storms. And as we take a look at your storm alert weather day, again, this is the fourth consecutive storm alert weather day this week. The first 3 days was primarily for the heat. Today, it's for the heat and storm chances, especially between about 1 and 6. That's going to be the best chance for any severe weather. A severe thunderstorm watch in effect for the pink shaded areas, which includes all of our southeast Tennessee counties from Chattanooga to Altamont, all the way up into Knoxville and Nashville as well. And that's until 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I would expect this watch to be extended into North Georgia at some point as well, maybe even northern Alabama. Again, you can see that cold front approaching from the north. A few severe thunderstorm warnings earlier for Nashville. Now just a couple along this line into Kentucky and portions of Middle Tennessee. But it's a little bit tricky because this is a very broken line of storms. Notice how it's kind of fallen apart near Columbia and across portions of Middle Tennessee. And then this one segment still pretty strong near Murfreesboro up towards Lebanon. And that's going to come into the Cumberland Plateau within the next hour or so. But again, it just depends on how this redevelops as it moves across the area, because these storms have been falling apart and refiring all morning. So it's going to make it a little bit tricky as this moves through. But looking over downtown Chattanooga, you can see US 27 in the background and AT&T Field as well. The clouds are starting to build. So regardless if you see rain or not, it is going to be a little bit cooler as we move into the evening just because of that cloud cover pushing through. But not yet. Temperatures are still right in the lower 90s all across the Tennessee Valley. A little bit cooler along the Cumberland Plateau where that cloud cover is starting to filter in. So it's not going to be as hot as yesterday, but still we're probably going to top out in the mid 90s before some of those storms roll through. 96 in Chattanooga, 90 in Blue Ridge, 92 in Murphy. So as we track it out for you, again, this is going to be a very broken line of storms. By about 1:30, we're going to be tracking that line. There's going to be the potential. Again, any of these storms that make it to the Tennessee Valley are going to pack a punch. Frequent lightning, gusty winds, small hail, all going to be possible. And as we go into the 2-3 o'clock hour, some of that continues to shift further and further south. And I'm thinking by about 3-4 o'clock, most of this is going to start to make its way into North Georgia. But notice how broken this is. There's definitely going to be some locations that pick up quite a bit of rain, and some may not see rain at all, just some cloud cover. And then by about 5-6 o'clock, most of this is going to exit the region. So again, this is a pretty quickly moving system, but there is still a slight risk for severe weather in effect for all of our coverage area. That's a level 2 out of 5. Small hail, 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts going to be the primary threat, as well as some frequent lightning. So we're going to watch this line closely. Again, damaging wind risk is going to be the highest and the most concerning threat as these storms roll through. But after this cold front passes through, it's going to be pretty nice moving into the weekend. It's still going to be relatively hot, temperatures right in the 90s, but the dew points are going to drop. The humidity is going to drop, and that air is going to feel so much more comfortable for your Saturday and Sunday. We're going to be closer to average, but it's not going to last long, as high temperatures are going to be right back into the upper 90s. We're going to be in record territory as we move into the middle of next week. We could certainly be talking triple-digit heat. So the heat's not going anywhere through the end of the month, really. It looks like this ridging and extreme heat is going to continue for the rest of June. So enjoy this weekend, because that's likely to be our coolest stretch, at least for the short term. And then as we go into Sunday, Father's Day, Juneteenth celebrations are all looking great. Highs in the upper 80s with plenty of sunshine before the heat really ramps up heading into next week.